What are your thoughts on homework?
I hate it.
I think we shouldn't have homework at all. It's a waste of time.
Homework is an interesting thing. I feel like it can be helpful at times to learn the material better, but most of the time it's sort of takes up time, consumes.
Homework has been around for decades. It was originally invented in 1905 by a guy named Robert Nevilis. He originally invented it as a punishment. And nowadays the amount of homework that students usually get is too extreme for them to even manage or make time for. So the question stands, is homework necessary or unnecessary? So how do you find homework helpful?
It's review for like tests and stuff.
But it's just a way to practice, that's it.
I think it teaches you how to balance your time, manage your time, and to stay organized.
How has the amount of homework you get developed?
Junior year, it's different because it's more hours of homework.
It's definitely just been getting like more and more.
How much homework do you usually get?
1 hour plus.
Probably like 2 hours.
I get a fair amount.
Depends on my classes. Back when I used to take AP classes, I got lots of homework loads, and it was keeping me up at night.
What class do you get the most homework in?
That I actually do, pre-calc.
So far, I think English is the class I get the most homework in, especially with the senior thesis.
Bio and English.
English.
Probably English.
How does too much homework make you feel?
Makes me want to die. I hate it so much, and it's just a waste of time. I mean, obviously you learn, but like learn in school. So
It makes me stress out a lot.
Yeah, like stress. Like it just makes you like feel like I don't want to do it because I don't like staying up late.
Bored.
If I got too much homework, I just don't do it because it's like, I'm good, I'll pass.
How do you think homework affects teens in general?
it's stressful. It causes stress to students, especially athletes, and yeah.
I think it affects them because they don't have any time to go outside or be like having their fun. So it like destroys their social life.
I mean, us teenagers, we want to do more than just stay home and sit down and work on something. I mean, we want to go out with friends, explore places, watch TV, play some video games, or whatever. We want to have time for ourselves, and I feel like homework takes away from that opportunity, and even takes away from family time.
Stresses people out because like you can't go to sleep or do other things like that, even on the weekends. And if you don't do it, it just snowballs and gets worse. And that's kind of like people don't like that.
Why do you think homework is necessary or unnecessary?
I think it's necessary to summarize like what you're learning or whatever at home on your own, but I don't think it's so serious that we need a lot of it. So.
I think homework is unnecessary because the things that students are learning in class is not what they're going to be learning outside of class. So it should stay in the class.
I think it's necessary so we know that we understand the topic that we learn in class, and I wouldn't say homework isn't necessary, but it's unnecessary to give out a lot.
I think it is necessary because you learn what you need to learn in class, and then homework is a time where you practice it independently to see if you learned what you needed to learn from the lesson.
What do you think should be done about homework?
I say give homework, but not a lot. Like just easy.
What do you think should be done about homework?
I think we should get less homework and try to solve the fact that there's so many hours of homework.
I feel like teachers should consider the amount of homework they give.
Depending on how much time a student spent on it, I think once you start moving over an hour of homework time, I think that might be a little much.
I'm Miss Dice. I am a social science teacher here at Woodside.
What are your thoughts on homework?
My thoughts on homework are that it can be important for students to review concepts, but I also like to create a collaborative learning environment, and I think that can only happen in the classroom.
How much homework do you usually give?
I try to give minimal homework. Hopefully it's just kind of finishing up things that were not done in class. Occasionally I have a separate homework assignment for students to do, but I do try to keep it pretty minimal.
When you were in high school, how did you feel about homework?
When I was in high school, I did not like homework. When I got to college though, I realized that it was really important because you didn't have a lot of homework, but your homework was to study, and so it kind of became more necessary. It felt more necessary.
How do you think students or your students feel about homework?
I think my students are very stressed about homework and they feel overwhelmed by it sometimes. So I think as educators, it's our job to prepare them and help them learn the important concepts, but also teach them time management skills and kind of ways that they can make the homework load that they're expected to do doable.
What would you change about homework, or why wouldn't you change anything?
I would probably make homework more collaborative in some way if I could, right? Like using Canvas, I think, can be a helpful way to make it more collaborative. But I think also maybe if we just had more time in the year, that way we could space out assignments over longer periods of time. That'd be really helpful. So if I could add days to the year, that'd be great.